Hi, today is Tuesday, February 11th. I was gonna start this how much I read in a week yesterday, but yesterday was way too messy and I couldn't film, so I just decided to move it to today. So it's gonna be Tuesday to Monday. Tuesdays are my chillest days, but today was unusual because I drove myself to school. I sat in the classroom and the professor was there and he said, like, we're not gonna have class today, so I had to drive my ass back. And today I was gonna get my car air conditioning fixed, so I just got back from that. It has been a busy morning. I read a little bit of Firefly Lane, which is my current read in the morning, but I haven't gotten back to it yet, so we're gonna keep reading this and I'll update you whenever. I am currently laying in bed. I filmed some TikToks. My link is always down below if you want to go follow. But I realized I never gave you like what this book is about. So if you don't know, Firefly Lane is a story about two best friends, Kate and Tali, and it just follows them throughout their lives. I'm like when they are in college right now, and it just says on the back. And when you start the book, like something happened between them that I think that they don't talk, so I guess that will go for long. But right now they're still best friends. They're in college, and nothing much is happening. You are just following their not day to day, but like their lives since they met. Let's talk updates. I'm currently on page 226. I started today at page 130, so I've read almost 100 pages today. Um, I accidentally got spoiled the end of this book. I mean, since people say it's sad, I had kind of an idea of what was gonna happen, but I didn't think it was gonna be that character. And I was just searching some cast information because I know this is a series and I fucking spoiled it for myself. But I think I'll still feel emotional maybe. So we'll just fucking see. But I fucking spoiled it for myself and I'm mad at myself for that. But I'm gonna go shower and I'll keep reading maybe in a little while. Hi, it is currently the next day. Last night I ended up reading, let me check, 143 pages of Firefly Lane. I am over halfway through. I'm like 55% or something. Um, I really don't know what updates to give you on this book because it truly is just following two girls and their lives. Like they met at 14 and right now they're like almost 40 years old. And it just literally follows them being adults and how they navigate their friendship while being two very different persons that want very different things. And it does have to heavy topics like um, there have been two that I can think of right now that I think you should maybe check trigger warnings, but we don't like it doesn't get really talked about like heavily. Like you're not following that plot point a lot. But I it's currently like 10 a.m. I didn't have my 10 a.m. class today, as you can see, and my next class is at 1. So I think I have a little bit of time to read right now until I have to leave. So I'll update you whenever. Hi, it is a lot later now. It's like 7 o'clock. But I just got home. I ate. I'm gonna shower in a little bit and I'll read. But I think what I wanted most was to show you these phone cases that I just got. The first one is for my Gracie Abrams girly. We have this Secret of Us case. It says like that's so true and the Secret of Us close to you. I love you. I'm sorry. It's so beautiful. And I also got this one that I'm so obsessed with. My phone is pink and it matches so fucking well. It's this bowl and strawberries case, and it's so fucking beautiful. Like, look at that. But anyway, I think I'll update you tomorrow how many pages I read today. So I'll check in with you whenever. Hi, it is like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and I left my house at 11 to do some Valentine's Day shopping. I was looking for an outfit and I found it. But let's go over our stats for yesterday. I ended up reading 104 pages of Firefly Lane. I am close to finishing it. I have like less than 100 pages left. So I'm gonna lock in and finish it in the next few minutes. Also, I know I told you like I can't say much about the book because it is very mundane in the way that it follows two lives. But I wanted to talk about the theme of motherhood. I think Kristen Hanna does such a good job of portraying it because I can really understand both point of views, like the daughter and the mom. And as a daughter who was a teen like yesterday, because I'm 22 years old, I can understand why her daughter gets mad and she thinks her mom is so overprotective and she feels like no one understands her and everything. But at the same time, I don't see myself in the mom because, as I said, I'm not a mom. I'm 22, but I can really understand the mom point of view because my mom was protective of me, and I am so thankful for the way she raised me because being that protective made me so careful and protected me from so much. And I just feel so much for the mom in this story because I can really see her point of view and understand her. And if I was a mom, I mean, this is a very different timeline from now, but right now the world is such a scary, dangerous place. Like, oh my god, like I can't imagine having a child right now because I would be so fucking scared for them. But I just wanted to say that I really love how Kristen Hanna is writing motherhood and the struggles and complications and the good, the bad. It's so amazing. Like, it has me fucking speechless. But I'm gonna lock in and read this book. I think the betrayal that is talked about in the back of the book that like kind of breaks off their friendship, I think that just happened, and like I'm hurting for her. uh, that was actually so painful. I'm speechless. I can't. How will this story continue? I am so fucking scared right now. I am scared. I think I know. I mean, I did spoil it for myself, but I didn't know exactly what was gonna happen to lead to that. Now I get it. I think I got it. I have this much left, and this is such a like you pull out that card and everyone is gonna cry. It reminded me of We Live in Time, where I didn't really know what was gonna happen, but I knew it was sad, and they pulled that card, and that was a word. So I'm scared right now. Oh my god, this is gonna be painful, isn't it? I have like 3 chapters left, and I might need therapy after this. God, this is hurting so bad. I get why this is a sad book. I get it now. Also, if you have read this book and have watched the show, should I watch the show? I'm thinking about it, but I don't know if I should. I just finished Firefly Night by Kristen Hanna. Or did it finish me? Um, I don't know what I'm gonna rate it yet. I just know this was such a beautiful story about friendship and motherhood and the complicated sides of both of those relationships. And Oh my god, this is I need to process this book, so I'll probably update you tomorrow on how many pages I read today, what my rating is. But this was so good. Hi my loves, change of setting, hair and everything. Today is Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day to everyone who celebrates. First of all, I want to give you my little task for yesterday. I ended up finishing Firefly Lane, as you saw. I read 100 pages and I ended up reading 32 pages of The 7 Year Sleep, which was a total of 132 pages that I read yesterday. I have read today a little bit of The 7 Year Sleep. I think I have a little bit of reading time before we go to our dinner reservation, but this is my current read right now. Also, let me give you a little like summary of this book. All I know is that wait, let's talk a little summary of The 7 Year Sleep. All I know is that this follows Clementine, and she inherited her aunt's apartment in New York City. And all I know is that one day she meets or finds a guy in that apartment and he is 7 years in the past and she is 7 years in the future. Ashley Poston's book always have like magical realism to them. I have read the Dead Romantics and I really enjoyed that one. I think I gave it a 4.5. And I also read A Novel Story, which was a 3-star for me, sadly, but I have really high hopes for this book. I am currently on page 60, and I'll tell you if I ended up reading more today or what the hell do I do with my reading. Hi, today's Saturday. I have like all day to read, but at the same time I don't because I have some homework to do. But first, let's talk about how much I ended up reading yesterday. I read 68 pages of The 7 Year Sleep. I am really enjoying this book so far. I am 100 and something pages in right now. I am absolutely loving this. Like, I'll show you a scene that had me kicking my feet. Literally, kicking my feet. They just kissed, and he goes and says, "You kiss like you dance." And she says, like, terribly. And he says, like someone waiting to be asked, "You can just dance, Lemon. You can take the lead, and you'll follow to the moon and back." I love him, Your Honor. I love him. And then it goes and a little down it says, "Romance wasn't in chocolate. It was in the gas of breath as we came up for air. It was in the way he cradled my face, the way I traced my finger over the crescent-shaped birthmark on his collarbone. It was in the way he muttered how beautiful I was, the way it made my heart soar. It was in the way I wanted to know everything about him, his favorite songs, finally guess his favorite color." Ashley Poston just has a way with words, and I think she's literally one of my autobi authors. I love her and her writing, and I'm loving this book so much. It is a lot later in the day. Yes, I have a robe. I just got this and it is so comfy. But I am almost done with the 7 years it. But I wanted to share this quote that I think just not summarize because grief is such a complicated thing, but I think it just talks so well about grief of losing someone. And it says, "It was a kind of pain that didn't exist to someday be healed by pretty words and good memories. It was a kind of pain that existed because once upon a time, so did she. And I carried that pain and that love and that terrible, terrible day with me. I got comfortable with it. I walked with it. Sometimes the people you love left you halfway through a story. Sometimes they leave you without a goodbye. And sometimes they stay around in little ways, in the memory of a musical, in the smell of their perfume, in the sound of the rain, and the itch for adventure, and the yearning for that liminal space between one airport terminal and the next. I hated her for leaving, and I love her for staying as long as she could. And I will never wish this pain on anyone. I just think Ashley Poston has such a way with words that is just magnificent. I can't wait for her new release because after this is done, I won't have a new book to read by her. But that's my little update. I'll check in with you in like 30 minutes or something. I just finished The 7 Year Slave by Ashley Poston, and this was so good. Like, so good. I love her writing, and I love that while it's bingeable, you wanna let the words sink in because she has that beautiful writing. Like, the quotes you wanna underline like the whole book. I don't have tabs, but I underlined a lot about this book and the way she talks about grief and love, and that you are allowed to change, and that won't like delete your past or what made you the you that you are right now, and that it's okay. Like, you will continue to change and you will become a better person. And I just think that like her books are such amazing books. I don't know if I like this more than the Dead Romantics. I think they are like the same for me in ratings wise and everything. I do wish that this had a little more romance because I feel like we didn't get to see that a whole lot. Like, we talk about grief and love with your like loved ones, but I just feel like if this maybe was a little longer and we got to see them be more together, this would have been like a 5 star. But I did love it, and I recommend this book to everyone. I will tell this to everyone. You should read this book. If you take anything from this video, read this book and read Ashley Poston's other work. So I don't think I'm gonna read today anymore. So let's talk about my stats for the day. I read 224 pages of The 7 Year Slave, and I ended up finishing. As you can see, today was my longest like reading streak because in weekends I get to read a lot more. So that's it for today. I'll see you tomorrow. I don't know what book I'll pick up next, but hi to everyone. If I look weird, I have my book of the month hat, and I wanted to try it on because I don't usually wear hats, but I feel like I look good and I look weird. But anyway, it has been a couple of days since I last updated you. This was supposed to end on Monday, and it is currently Wednesday. Monday was literally my worst day ever. I am on the midst of a very, very bad depressive episode, but here we are. Let me give you the stats for Sunday. On Sunday, I ended up reading 208 pages of The Sweetest Oblivion. And on Monday, I read 94 pages of the same book. It is a mafia book. I already finished it. It was fine. I don't know if my situation made the rating worse. I mean, I gave it a 3.5 stars something, but I was really bad mentally, so I just went and finished the book so I could finish the book and get it done with, but I really didn't want to be reading. So anyways, I ended up reading last week 973 pages, which is good. We finished 2 books, almost 3, which is actually amazing. And I think not every week looks the same, obviously, because we are starting the semester. So when it gets to March and April, that's just gonna get rough. But anyways, I hope you enjoy. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. My socials will be down below, and I'll see you in my next one.